In tonight's sports news, Laverne Spencer captures goal at Pan Am Games. Rain washes out first ODI and fixtures for this weekend's FA's Island Cup. St. Lucia's Laverne Spencer topped the podium of Caribbean athletes in the women's high jump at Pan American Games in Lima, Peru on Thursday. Spencer jumped 1.87 meters to get the better of Antigua and Barbuda's Priscilla Frederick, who cleared the same height but lost out on comeback. The bronze medal also went to an athlete from the Caribbean as Jamaica's Kimberly Williamson leaped to 1.84 meters for third, beating the season's best of another St. Lucian athlete, Janelle Shaper. Shaper also leaped 1.84 and was better than Brazil's Valadia Martins on comeback. On to cricket news, rain played spoil sport as the first one-day between India and the West Indies was called off after the home side scored 54 for 1 in 13 overs in Guyana on Thursday. The stop-start match, which was reduced to 34 overs aside, was abandoned after a second-rate interruption. More than an hour and a half later, the umpires decided to call off the match. Opener Evan Lewis and Shai Hope were batting on 40 and 6 respectively when the match was called off after Indian captain Virat Kohli won the toss and asked the West Indies to bat. The other opener, Chris Gayle, was out in the 11th over after scoring 4 of 31 deliveries in an agonizingly slow knock. He had come into the match 12 runs short of Brands Lara 10,405 ODI runs, the most by a West Indies batsman. The second ODI will be played in Port of Spain on Sunday. Meantime, in England have dropped Moeen Ali and replaced him in the squad with slow left-armer Jack Leach for the second Ashes test against Australia at Lord's. Off-spinner Moeen returned match figures of 3 for 172 and scored only 4 runs in the 251-run defeat in the first test at Edgbaston. Jofra Archer is likely to make his test debut with pace bowlers James Anderson and Ollie Stone missing through injury. The second test of the 5-match series begins on the 14th of August. Over in South Africa, opener Hashim Amla on Thursday announced his retirement from all forms of international cricket. Amla played 124 tests and 181 one-day international matches for South Africa. He represented South Africa in 44 T20 internationals as well. Amla last played for South Africa during the World Cup in 2019. He will continue to be available for domestic cricket as well as the Mzansi Super League. Meantime, in the domestic scene in women's cricket, the defending Alicia John Women's T20 champions South Castries will be hoping for an improvement in the weather being experienced as they will be looking to retain their title when they square off against Grozile in the grand final this Saturday at the Mindo Phillip Park from 2 p.m. We move on to youth football. St. Lucia defeated Belize 2-1 in their last group stage encounter in the CONCACAF Under-15 Boys Tournament being played in Florida in the United States. Goal scorers for St. Lucia, Keegan Call in the 37th and Stephen Octave on the 70th. Our lads tops the groups with 9 points and will go on to play Group E winners Nicaragua. St. Lucia will be less Keegan Call due to suspension from receiving a red card. Finally, in tonight's sports news, domestic football, here are the fixtures for Week 4 of the FA's Island Cup. At the Marshall Grounds on Saturday 10th August, Roseau Valley takes on Miku at 6 p.m, followed by Grozile versus South Castries at 8 p.m. On Sunday 11th August, still at Marshall, Deriso plays Labrie at 6 p.m, and then Vieux South engages Canaries from 8 p.m. Matches to be played at the Fonso playing field in Barbono are as follows. On Saturday, 10th August from 6 p.m, Marbella Valley versus Vieux North. Then at 8 p.m, Ancillary takes on Marchand. On Sunday, 11th August, Barbados to host Dennery at 6 p.m, and at 8 p.m, Leclerc battles Central Castries. That's how we end tonight's sports news.